We say that hindsight is 20/20, but does that apply to God? Let's get into it. I'm Ross, and this is the Pastor's Vlog. If God knew Adam and Eve would sin and it would lead to him destroying the earth, then why did he do it in the first place? When we look back and maybe decisions we made in life, maybe especially if they caused pain or hurt or harm to somebody else, sometimes we think, man, if I could go back, I would do things differently. But can we apply that same logic and that same thought process to God? In our last video, we talked about the idea that God is omniscient and he knows all things. It would be false to say that God regretted doing what he did or he made a mistake, because if he knows all things, then he's operating off of that knowledge. So when he creates Adam and Eve, he creates them perfect. He creates them sinless, but he knows of what is coming. Even with knowing that, I believe that God would still create us. You know, I was thinking about this, and I was thinking about the idea of having kids and a family. And I've got 3 kids. And if someone were to come to me before I had ever had kids and said, hey, Ross, if you knew your kids were going to do bad things or be disobedient or cause you grief, not pick up their clothes, or whatever it might be, would you still have had kids? And my answer to that would have been yes, because we would have still loved them no matter what. We would still love our kids. We still wanted a family. Just because they might have made bad decisions or will make bad decisions or do things that maybe we would disagree with doesn't mean we didn't want them. And when God looks at us, I think he feels the same way. You know, God created us not because he needed us. God didn't create us out of loneliness or anything like that. God created us because he loved us. God created us so that we could be in relationship with him. God created us so that we could glorify him with our lives. And even though he knew that we wouldn't do that right all the time, even though he knew that there would be evil and bad that would come from that, he still created us because he loves us. It can be really hard to maybe understand the mind of God sometimes, but we can rest and trust in the fact that he knows all things and his purposes and his will are perfect. And so we can trust that from the beginning to the end and with everything in between. Hey, make sure that you are following us and that you share this video. Join us next time as we talk about the conversation of why did God create Satan?